Hello guys, welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you all how to crochet a beautiful bunny hat. So the first thing that I'm going to be using for my bunny, I need my elastic for the finishing of the bunny. Then I need a scissors to cut my yarn. I need my crochet hook. Then I need my tape to measure the top. Then this is the yarn, very important. This is the yarn that I'm going to be using to do the bunny. So I'm using the penguin. So this yarn is guarantee 100% 100% acrylic. So, and it's very good for the hot season. So this bunny that I'm going to be working on is a bunny for a hot season, and I'm going to make it a little bit large. So the top of the bunny, I'm going to make it flat. The on top it's going to be 6 centimeters flat, 6 centimeters flat. Then from there I'll start working on it and going down. So let me start my work directly. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to put my yarn like this. I put my yarn like this, so, and I take it like that. Then I make 3 chain. So inside this circle I'm going to crochet 16 double crochet inside. So when I finish crocheting the 16 double crochet, I will close it. Then I will pull this hole to get close. So I'm going to crochet 16 double crochet for the beginning. And this hook that I'm using, guys, is number 2 because the yarn is really tiny, so I choose to use the hook number 2. So here I go. I'm having my 16 double crochet. So I'm going to pull it like that. When you make your 16 double crochet, you just pull it like this. Then you make a slim stitch here. I make a slim stitch, you can see. So this is the circle, it's close. So I'm going to leave this yarn like this. When I finish doing my crochet, I'll use my needle and I'll sew it. So the next step on my second row, guys, what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be working on V stitches. So I'll start first from here. So when I make my first V stitch, I skip one hole and I make the next V stitch. So this is the first. So when I go to the next hole, you are going to understand well. So this is my double stitch. I make a chain, then back to the same hole I make another double stitch. So I skip this hole to the next double stitch, chain, back to the same hole, another double stitch. So I move to the next hole. Guys, the main aim for the top, for the beginning of the top, is for it to be flat. So if you start and you are working, if you skip one hole, then the next one you want to skip and you see that it's bending like that, you don't skip, you put directly to the next hole. So here I've not skipped, I've just put the next one directly here. So the next hole here I'm going to skip, because if you pack them also, it's going to be twisted like a flower. So you have to be careful. So here I've skipped, you see I've skipped this hole and I've come to this hole. So then I've made my V-stitch. So the next hole, you make a double stitch, you make a chain, back the same hole, you make another double stitch. That is forming a V-stitch. Then next to the next hole, I skip one, then I put on the next hole, chain, back to the same hole, another V-stitch. So when I'm moving to the next hole, guys, I don't make a chain, I just move directly. So directly with my double stitch, chain now, back to the same hole, another double stitch. So I skip this hole next here, chain, back to the same hole, a V-stitch. So here I'm not going to skip, I'm putting it directly here, double stitch, chain, back to the same hole. Then right now I'm going to close, so I make a slim stitch here, then I close my work, and I come in the middle of this my first V-stitch here, guys. So you see, so this is my second row. So here I'm going to crochet a chain, then I come back to the same hole here, I make a double stitch, then I move next to the next hole on top of the chain, the next chain, and I put another V-stitch directly on top. Then here I'm going to put it in between this V-stitch and this, I'm going to put it in between. So my reason is for it not to start folding down, because like I say, this top I want to crochet it 6 centimeters flat without it folding down. So this top I have to make sure that all of it is flat like this until I'm having 6 centimeters. Then from there I can start to crochet it to be going down. Next row on top of the V-stitch. So here I put it directly on top of the next V-stitch. So when I put directly on top of the V-stitch, the next row I'm putting in between. I put in between. That is forming 1 plus V-stitch. Then the next one I put on top of the V-stitch. So here I'm going to skip this other hole and I put it on top of the next V-stitch. Then here I put in between. Then here I put here. So this is how I have to continue going, guys, until I'm having 6 centimeters. So when I have 6 centimeters now, I'll show you what next that I have to do for it to start going down like a, for the bunny to start going down straight. So here I make a slim stitch, then I in the middle I close, then I make another chain. So this is the third row. So on this third row, I'm going to be doing the repetition of what I've just shown you down. So what I'm doing is, when I make one V-stitch in between the next row, I put the next V-stitch on top of the, directly on top of the first V-stitch that I already had. Then here I skip this. This was another row. I'm going to skip this row. Then I come to the next row, I make a V-stitch. So here I put it, I'm not skipping this, I put it in between here. So the next row I put it on top. So the next row I skip here and I put here, guys. So just continue repeating the same steps, guys, as I'm going. So I'm here, guys. So I'm going to make a slim stitch. Make a slim stitch here. So you can see how it is flat down. So I'm going to continue like this until I'm having 6 centimeters. For now, let me see. So at my measurement, I start from the circle, I put it like this. So here I'm having almost 3.5 centimeters. So I'm going to continue crocheting all around like that for it to be flat. See, I'm having 6 centimeters, guys. So see you all on the other end. So I'm just going to continue like this, like I've shown you. You just have to take note that when you are working, you don't have to pack your stitches, because if you pack them, they'll become like a flower. Then if you overspace them, it will start going down like that. So what I'm doing is, when I make my one V-stitch, the next row I put it directly beside it, and the third I put it on top of the V-stitch. Then after I skip one row, then I put on top, only like that. I'm repeating so that it's just perfect. It's not too packed and it's not scanty for it to be folding down. So see you all on the other end. So guys, I keep on going. So when I'm going to close this roll now, I'm going to measure and we'll see how many centimeters exactly I'm having. So if I'm already having 6, then I'll show you what next that I'll be doing. So guys, I'm going to make a slim stitch now. Then my stitch like this. Then that's my circle, the beginning of my bunny. So this my tape. So let me measure. As you can see, so I'm doing my measurement. I start from where I begin the circle. I put it like that. Then up here, you see I'm having exactly 6 centimeters, guys. So the next thing that I'm going to be doing now, I'm going to crochet my first row that I'll crochet after my 6 centimeters. Now I'm not going to do any addition in between, so I'm going to work on top of these stitches all around, so that it should start a little bit to start folding down. So I start from here, work my first V stitch, so I go directly to the next V stitch here, directly next to the other V stitch. So I continue my work like that, guys, all around till I come back to the position where I begin with the roll. So all my stitches, I'm putting them directly on top of the V stitch. I'm not putting them in between, all directly on top of the V stitches. So I continue going, guys. Continue working. I continue going till I arrive the position where I begin with the roll. So the entire bunny, guys, I'm going to be working just with the V stitches. See, I arrive the position of the elastic before I will change my stitches. The only difference is there are some positions that I'm going to be doing some increases. I'm going to be adding because the bunny has to be open a little bit. So that someone that is having small rasta or much hairs can wear it. So here I go. I've arrived the position where I begin with the roll. So I make a slim stitch, then I come in the middle and I make another chain. I come in the same hole and I make a V-stitch. So on this row, guys, what I'm going to be doing is, when I'm going to be crocheting, when I crochet 3 V-stitch, then the next row I'll do an increase of 1, 3 V-stitch, the next row I do an increase of 1. My reason of doing that like you can see that it has started going down. My reason of doing that is I want it to be going down, but I want it to be getting a little bit large, open large. So that's how I begin. So this, for example, so this is the first V-stitch. So for example, guys, so as I've crocheted this first 2, so guys, so this is the first 3 I've crocheted directly on top. So the next, on my next hole that I'm going to be working here, I'm going to put it in between. I'm going to put this here, this V-stitch in between. Then I come back here, I'm going to crochet 3 V-stitches on top again. 3 V-stitches directly on top like this. Then this is the 3. So on the next I put it in between. So my reason of doing this, guys, is because at the same time I want the bunny to be going down, but I want it to be getting a little bit open. It has to be open up, it has to open up a bit. So that's the reason why I'm working now like this, and I'm going to continue like this until I'm almost done. So see you all on the other end, guys. So guys, I continue going. So right now when I finish on this row, I've been going with the same stitches. That's when I make 3 V-stitch. When I make 3 V-stitch, guys, the next hole that I work on, I do 1 addition until I'm here. So when I'm going to finish with this row now, I'm going to explain to you exactly how I've done from 6 centimeters to this level that I am. So this is my first, second, third V-stitch. So on the 4th hole here, instead of putting it on top of this V-stitch, I put it in between. So I work on 3 V-stitch again. Then this is the last. So I close my work with a slim stitch, then I pass inside. So here I'm going to make a chain. So I'm going to put, so this is it. So right now I want to explain to you guys how I've managed to work until I arrived this point. So as from 6 centimeters, guys, I was doing, when I work on 3 V-stitch on the next row, I do additional 1 stitch. So I do that all around. So when I finish with the row, the next row that follow the additional row, I crochet all the V-stitch all around with that addition. Then the next row, I'll crochet the 3 V-stitch. Then the next row, I do additional one additional. After every 3 V-stitch, I do additional of 1. So that's how I work until I arrive this stage. So from this stage now, this lash man is okay for me. So as from this stage now, guys, that I'm having, please, I'm going to tell you exactly how many centimeters that I'm having, so that you can follow exactly what I'm having here. So here is my tape. So from the beginning, see 11 centimeters, it's see 11 centimeters. So that's where I'm going to stop doing the additional stitches, because now this opening is enough for me for my bunny. So right now, to continue now from here, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be working just on the V-stitch. I'm going to be working all around on top of the V-stitches without doing any addition in between now. So I'm just going to be putting my stitches on top of my V-stitches like that. So here is the extra part. I'm not doing any addition. I go directly to the next V-stitch and I crochet my V-stitch. Here, this the next, I go directly on top of it and I do my V-stitch. Here the next. So that's how I'm going to continue now until I'm done with my bunny. So when I'm done with it, I will show you, or do the total measurement, and I will give it to you so that you can follow exactly the stitches if you want to do the exact size that I'm having. But if you want to make something bigger than this, you do more addition. When you are doing your additional stitches in between, you do more addition. But if you want it smaller, you do less addition. You can crochet like 5 V-stitch before you add 1, 5 V-stitch before you add 1. Me, I was crocheting but 3 and doing the addition, 3 and doing the addition. So each time when I finish with the row of my addition, on the next row that I crochet all around without doing any addition. I crochet all my V-stitches on top without doing any addition. So guys, I continue going. When I'm having my total bunny, I'm going to show you, because I don't want to waste much of your time repeating one and the same thing. So see you all guys on the other end when I'm about to the stage to put my elastic. I'll do my measurement, then I'll give you my exact length of my bunny. So guys, see you all on the other end. So guys, I keep on going. So when I finish with this roll now, I'm going to do my total measurement of my beanie, and I'll tell you exactly how many centimeters long I'm having. Then from there now, what next I'm going to do is I'm going to be working on the finishing. On the finishing, I'm going to be using my elastic to do the finishing on the ends, guys. So just within some few crochets, V stitches that I'm going to do now, I'll arrive the point where I begin. So I will also give you how many centimeters exactly of my elastic that I'm using. But as for the elastic, it's all depend, because maybe if you're having a small head, you can make your elastic to be small, and if the head is larger, you can cut your elastic to be a little bit large. But I'm going to give you exactly how many centimeters of my own elastic that I'm using here. So here I go, and you can see how my beanie, it's open. You can see how open it is. So this my elastic, this my tape, sorry guys, this my tape. I'm going to measure it all down. So I'm having a total of 20.5 centimeters. So that's the total length of my bunny. So here is my elastic that I fixed, that I have to put it on this end. So I'll do the elastic, the measurement of the elastic into 2, then I'll tell you. So I'm having into 2 already that I've put is 25 centimeters. So meaning if you want to cut it long, it will be 50 centimeters. So when you put it into 2 like that, you have your 25 centimeters. Then you use your normal thread and you sew it from here to close. You close it very well. So now what I'm going to do, the first, I'm going to work on 2 rows of single crochet. So on my first row, I'll start from here with single crochets. So my single crochets, I'm putting, when I put one this way, I put one the other way, only like this. I'm going to work like this all around. Be going all around with my single crochets. So see you all on the other end, guys. So guys, I've crocheted all around with my single stitches, and I'm right today positioned. So this was where I begin my single stitches. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a slip stitch, then I continue again because like I told you, I have to crochet 2 rows of single stitch. So this is the second time I have to crochet all around again with my single stitch. Then after, now when I go around with this roll, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be putting the elastic. I'm going to be putting the elastic. So guys, see you all on the other end. So guys, I continue going. So this is my second row with my single stitches, and I'm almost going to an end of the row. So after, when I finish now with this row, the next thing guys that I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be putting my elastic. So the reason why I'm putting this elastic is to help so that the bunny will not get a span any soon, so it can last for a very long time. Because you know, some of these yarns, when you just work with it and you leave it like that, after some time the ends, when you start wearing it, they start getting open. But with this elastic, it's going to help the bunny to last for a very long time without getting a span. So I'll start with my elastic. I'm going to put my yarn like this, then I'm going to crochet the elastic directly inside. So the first step I put is I make my first like that, you see. So this is the first beginning. So right now I make the 2 loops on top of my hook, then I crochet it back inside the single stitch like this, and I go back to the next hole, I crochet it back to the next hole. So each time when I come back, I make a loop, 2 loops on top of my hook, and I go inside and I come back. So this stitch that I'm working on top of the elastic coat, it's the half stitch. So I'm using the half stitch to close the elastic inside. So I'm going to crochet like this all around, guys, and I'll close all the elastic inside. So when I crochet round and I come back, you see the elastic will be covered right inside the bunny. So you just have to continue like that on top of your half stitches. You continue doing like this, the same stage, the same half stitch all around, and making sure that you are covering the elastic, because you can see here it's covered and inside it's also covered. So that's the main aim of this stitch. So guys, see you all on the other end when I come back to the position where I begin with my half stitch on top of the elastic. So guys, right now I'm almost coming to the end of my elastic coat. So I've been working all around with my half stitches like I showed you, and I'm making sure that I crochet the elastic in between my stitches well covered. So when you come to the end here, guys, you have to take good note. You close it very well here. See, move a little bit further like this. You can see as I've closed. Then you make a slim stitch like that. So you can see, so this is the elastic coat. I've crocheted all around. You see the inside, so it's all covered inside. So now the next thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to cut my yarn. I cut my yarn, so I use my needle. I'll use the needle, then I'll sew the yarn inside. I'll sew it inside, and I'll hide it well. So when you're sewing it, you always have to make sure you sew it very well, guys, because if you don't sew this well, by the end of the day when you start wearing your bunny, it can get undo. So when you are trying to sew it, you sew very well to it for it to be close. So after I finish now with this, I'll cut my yarn, then I'm going to wear it on top of the mannequin, and you see how beautiful it's look on top of the head of the mannequin, guys. So this is the final ending of the bunny, guys. So this is it. So this the head of the mannequin that I'm going to wear it on top of it, then I'll show you the final conclusion. Guys, this is the final ending of my beautiful bunny. This is that way on top of the head of the mannequin. So if you have watched up to this end, guys, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to my channel. Thank you all for watching.